Thank you for joining us for Talks with Tyler ISD, a podcast where we share with you the successful stories of students, staff, alumni, and programs. I'm your host, Jennifer Hines, and today we have with us Greg Priest, the athletics director for Tyler ISD. And Greg, we are here to talk about all things summer when it comes to sports with Tyler ISD. But first, we're going to talk a little bit about you and your background. So you've been with Tyler ISD for a while now, but this isn't your first time in Tyler. You actually came here and you were the golf coach over at TJC.
That is correct. Yeah, I was there 2 years. So yeah, it was a great experience and my first college job. And so, but yeah, I enjoyed being back here in Tyler. And
I understand you were pretty successful while you were at TJC.
Was pretty fortunate. I inherited a team, took over for JD Manasco, and JD had, really had a successful golf program at TJC and was able to win three national championships. And so I came in and kind of kept the string going and was able to win two myself. So had some good teams and it was a great experience.
And then from there you went on to Baylor.
Actually, from there I got my first Division I job, which was at Sam Houston State.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So was at Sam Houston State for 2 years and coached men and women at Sam Houston State. And then left from there and went to Texas and was at the University of Texas as an assistant golf coach for 3 years and then was able to get the job at Baylor.
Okay. And then how long were you at Baylor before heading to East Texas?
Yeah. So 11 years.
11 years. Yeah. Wow. Well, so what brought you back home to here,
Tyler? I'm originally from Canton. And one of the things I thought, after being at TJC, met a lot of great people and I think this was a place that I always wanted to get back to. And just fortunately when the job came open, I had an interest in it and was fortunate enough to get it. So, and it's been a great move. I was able to, when you're a college coach, you spend a lot of time on the road and my kids were very young at the time. And so I wanted to be a dad and be able to see my kids grow up.
Absolutely. So it really helped you with that, work-life balance and put family first for a little bit there. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. You sacrifice your kids for other people's kids and which is great. I mean, I had a great experience. Did it for 20 years but it was good. I think it's being able to do this. It's allowed me to see my kids play their sporting events and, instead of watching it on Game Changer or, calling my wife to get updates or anything like
right.
that, I've been able to see the majority of my kids' games and things like that. So it's been really special.
Well, I love to hear that. Speaking of kids, I know both of us as parents, when it comes to the summer months, finding out what to do with your kids can always be kind of a challenge. And the good news is that Tyler ISD really has expanded here over the past few years what we offer in terms of athletics, programming, not only during the school year, but also during those summer months. Tell us a little bit about what these camps are about and what it really will help with the students.
Yeah, and we've tried to put some importance into that on our summer camps and different sports. And so we've kind of grown from just football and basketball, maybe some volleyball that we've had. So just encouraging our coaches to take advantage of those opportunities to provide more opportunities for younger kids. So we've gotten, your tennis, your swim, your baseball, hopefully some soccer, different things like that. So it's been good. But we just want to provide more opportunities for families within Tyler ISD for summer camps to introduce them to the sport. So, and provide a great experience and give them another option.
And I love the fact that it is, as you said, pretty diverse in terms of all of the different interests that a student may have. And this is a chance for them to maybe try a few different things. I was noticing that some of the camps start as young as going into first or second grade. What would you say about, let's just start with one of the first camps, softball. What are some of the skills that the students can learn by doing this? Because I do understand that they're going to break these camps up by age and skill set. So they're never going to be in a situation where they're either not working on the skills they need to work on because they're with kids too young for them or vice versa.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So they're definitely going to be, grouped up by age and skill level. But you're just going to be working on basic fundamentals, especially at a young age. You're going to be, taught to, to catch, to throw correctly, and, the correct ways to hit and things like that. So, it'll be pretty basic. And then as you're a little older, you're still going to work on those basic and, the fundamentals, but hopefully, develop some techniques that might help you as, for an older player.
And for volleyball, that's kind of one that we've seen not only grow in the summer, but also in the program that we have during the year. Tell us a little bit more about what y'all have got going on there.
Yes. So this is our, we try to do it. Last year was our first year to start basketball. And we were also introducing volleyball, but because of COVID, we were not able to have the season for volleyball. So this year is our first year to do both basketball and volleyball. And we've had a lot of participation, especially, the first year was a good hit for, we had a lot of kids involved in basketball and we had a lot of kids for volleyball signed up. But this year it really has increased the numbers. I think we had over 500 kids in basketball and 250 in volleyball. But those things were needed for us. Just to be able, one is to provide it's a very reasonably cost, program.
Right.
It's so, $25, $35 to play a season, and so just providing that opportunity. But also, one of the biggest reasons why we started this was because a lot of kids were not playing and they're coming into 7th grade and that's the first time they've touched, that they've been exposed to volleyball and a lot of basketball, especially on the girls' side. And so just being able to introduce those skills to them, being able to see them so that they're not coming into 7th grade and trying to pick up from there. So, that was a big reason why to do it. And the benefits we'll start seeing the benefits of that, as the years go by. And, a kid that's in 3rd grade that's, being able to play volleyball and learning how to serve and learning how the rotation and just learning how their body moves and, what it takes to play volleyball. That's going to
even the rules of the game.
The rules.
The
Yeah.
rules of the game. That's when you're
that
that young, it's, hey, this is what you do next.
Yeah. And that's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up because like in basketball, when you're lining up to shoot free throws and
who lines up where?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so just having those basic knowledge of the game and those things will really help us when they come in, and it'll be easier on our middle school coaches. And so hopefully people are having, see the benefit of it and are having good experience and we'll continue to improve it. But we just really need a lot of parent support and parent engagement because we can't do it. We can't do this without coaches.
Right.
And so the more coaches that we can get involved in this, the more but because we maxed out, we could not take any more kids because we didn't have enough coaches to coach these teams. So, it's a great problem to have.
It is.
But we really need, the more people to get involved to make this thing better.
So parents that are listening at home right now, just remember, this is a program that we're talking about that actually happens during the school year. So we're planting the seed. If you're interested in coaching basketball or volleyball, we're going to need you this next year. You're definitely going to be getting emails from us. I know we send out several when it's time to make that call for coaches. And then, of course, this summer with the volleyball and basketball camps, I've noticed a lot of them are, an hour, 2 hours, some are a half day. It just kind of depends on the sport and the skill level. They'll be able to get a taste of if they like that for a week or 2 weeks during the summer. And then they'll be able to play in the league this fall or wait until the fall or I guess it's not in the fall. It's in the spring, right?
We did basketball ran pretty much. I think we started basketball in January.
Okay.
And so that kind of ran,
winter, spring.
And it went up to about spring break, just before spring break. And then after spring break is when we started volleyball.
Volleyball after that.
And volleyball ends this week. So this is the final week of the volleyball season. And it's been good.
Great.
And I think the kids have enjoyed it, and it's just the exposure.
Love it. So a year from now, for those parents that are thinking about coaching. Now, what about baseball? I see that you've got baseball. You even have a baseball pitcher day camp. And I mean, that's for your first graders right now going into 2nd grade. I mean, we're starting young there. That's great.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. We just need, just providing some opportunities and kids to get to know our coaches and come out and just kind of be around the program. And, cause you want your kids. I mean, I think when I grew up, you kind of plant that seed and you're wanting to, you can't wait till the day that you can play, for Legacy or Tyler High. And so that's what we're wanting to try to plant right there and make it to where you're ready and, you grow up a Lion and a Red Raider.
Gosh, I love that. Well, and a Rising Raider football, that's actually what you named one of the camps. So I love that. It's putting that kind of in their mind of we're going to rise up through this program and work on our skills. And it's going to go with us all the way up through high school. And then, of course, you also have your whole tennis program and then your swimming program, which the swimming program, correct. I understand they even have some competitions or meets during the summer as well. Yeah, the swim program, which they've had that for several years. Yes. And so Coach Petty and Coach Fletcher have done a great job with that and of growing that. And so you actually come in and you're learning how to do competitive swim. It's not learn how to swim. Yeah, you're not getting swimming lessons. That's correct. How you can do the strokes. Yeah, yes, it's learning how to compete in swimming and so you come in and then you're able to sign up for competitions and go compete during the summer. So, it's pretty neat event. And that's kind of the same way that tennis will be too. They'll have their camps and those things will run all summer and they run, some tennis competitions and tournaments throughout the summer. The other thing that's really neat, and for those that are listening and thinking about, well, maybe my child doesn't go to Tyler ISD. These are open to children that are outside of Tyler ISD when you're thinking about the elementary school age students, correct? All the way up to going into sixth grade. Sixth grade. Yes. So if you have an incoming sixth grader, some of these camps will apply to you. Now, once you get into the middle school time, that's when we have to have a few rules and regulations that we've got to follow. And that's when they do truly have to be a Tyler ISD student in order to participate. Correct. Yeah. When you get into the sixth, seventh, and an incoming ninth grader, we're able to have 6 days. Our high school coaches are able to coach them. You're within your attendance zone. So if you're zoned to Legacy, you have to go to that camp. I can't work with Tyler High or anybody else outside and vice versa. If you're at Tyler High, you can't work with Legacy kids. So it's designed that way. And you have 6 days where you can have before the school year starts. That's great. So if they're in the younger years, it doesn't matter. They can go to camps at both high schools, however they see fit. That is correct. Oh, wonderful. Well, what about the kind of other benefits of these camps? Obviously, they're going to get the skills. They're going to be introduced to the sport. They're going to learn the rules, but there's a lot of leadership, teamwork. Talk a little bit about those types of skills that the students will be learning. Yeah, I think anytime you have camps, you're just trying to find, you're wanting to develop the sport and fine tune their skills and introduce them to the game and do those things, but you're also looking, I think anytime we've had camps, you're always looking for, the camper of the week, somebody that went above and beyond and, showed leadership skills that, encourage others and all those things. So you're looking for different things and just, so our coaches will do a great job of doing those things and leading the camps but that's the biggest part of it. It's just trying to be around these kids and provide an opportunity and just a great experience for a week and, kind of give the parents a break and for that week. And, unfortunately, they may only last for an hour or hour and a half that day, but, hopefully it gives an opportunity for kids to develop some skills. Absolutely. Well, speaking of developing their skills, if they want to sign up for the camps, the deadlines and the registration process, that's all approaching pretty fast. If I'm a parent listening right now, what is it that I would need to do if I want to sign my daughter or my son up for one of these camps? Just go to the Tyler ISD athletic website and click on summer camps, and then from there you pick which high school, and then there's a drop down menu and you can see all the sports that are offered, and so then you do an online registration. Some are able to pay online, some only take take cash, you pay whenever you get there, but, some of them are able to register online. So, but yeah, that's kind of it. It's not too hard. Just trying to kind of mainstream it where you can go to one place to find everything instead of,
sending out flyers for all the different things. We just kind of have it all at one place, and that's on the Tyler ISD Athletics website.
Yeah, that is great because you have all of the sports in one place and you can literally click on each one, look at the brochure, see what age ranges are that particular camp applies to, because it does vary from camp to camp, the age range, the cost, the times that they're meeting and all of that. And as you said, you can go to the website for athletics, which is athletics.tylerisd.org. So definitely check that out. And just an awesome opportunity for not only Tyler ISD students, but students all across East Texas.
Correct. And I will mention on I think Legacy, the baseball camp and the basketball camp have combined. So you go to basketball in the morning and then you'll go to baseball in the afternoon. It's kind of like that. So you're able to hit two camps in one, and so to try to coordinate, letting them coordinate that to where you can hit two camps.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That makes it much easier on the parents that are trying to get them into multiple camps. Anything else that you would like to add about the summer program or even the program that you have during the school year before we sign off? We want to, continue to provide a great experience for everybody. And, we're going to continue to make it better and better each year. But, once again, we just, if you're interested, let us, if you have any questions, call the athletic department. We'll be happy to help you. And, also, check on there, and, our coaches will be happy to answer any questions that anybody has. But, we just want to, like I said, provide it to as many people as we can, and continue to grow these camps and our summer leagues. All right. Well, thank you so much, Greg, for joining us today. And thank y'all for joining us as well. Be sure to check out this podcast and others at Apple Podcast and Spotify, and share this episode with your friends and family.